60s and early 70s by a man who called himself the Zodiac Killer. He claimed 37 murders. Police confirmed at least 6. 4 years ago, the killing stopped, and so did Zodiac's letter. Now there's another letter. For that, Tom Shell.
What if a killer's true weapon wasn't a gun or a knife, but a pen? Homicide investigations are generally based on identifying physical links between the perpetrator and the victim. But some cases defy this framework entirely, becoming studies in psychological warfare designed to frustrate investigators. This is the nature of the Taunting Killer, an offender whose primary motivation is to control the public narrative. The Taunting Killer seeks recognition, using the media as their accomplice. The most famous example is the Zodiac Killer, a perpetrator linked to at least 5 confirmed murders in Northern California between December 1968 and October 1969. The Zodiac created a unique case history not through the brutality of the crimes, but through the complexity of the correspondence. The Zodiac sent numerous letters and 4 coded messages, or ciphers, to local newspapers. For law enforcement, the central challenge became, were these letters genuine clues meant to be solved, or were they purely psychological constructs intended to distract and terrorize? The most famous of the ciphers was the Z408, a 408-symbol message sent to 3 newspapers in 1969. This message was quickly cracked by a high school teacher and his wife. The solution, which began with, "I like killing people because it is so much fun," revealed a chilling insight into the killer's pathology. However, the Z408 only revealed motive, not identity. Subsequent ciphers proved far more challenging. The Z340 cipher, a 340-character message sent later that year, baffled investigators and cryptographers for decades. It wasn't until 2020 that a team of private citizens finally broke the code, revealing a rambling, philosophical message that included no new evidence or identity markers. This is the core lesson of the Zodiac's strategy. The ciphers were a mechanism of control. By creating codes that were solvable, yet ultimately useless, he forced law enforcement to dedicate valuable resources to decrypting theatrical material rather than tracking physical evidence. The complex ciphers were a highly effective form of investigative misdirection. The case is still officially unsolved. Despite multiple suspects, DNA evidence remains inconclusive or unavailable for all confirmed crime scenes. The taunting correspondence, which was the killer's most deliberate act, ironically became the greatest obstacle to resolution. The Zodiac case serves as a crucial study in the limitations of forensic science in the analog age. It demonstrates that a perpetrator who understands the power of the media and manages to avoid leaving traditional forensic clues, like fingerprints or bodily fluids, can create an enduring mystery. The most powerful evidence he left was psychological, a need for recognition and terror. The anatomy of the Zodiac case forces us to shift our view from the traditional who to the more complex why and how. When a criminal is driven by the performance of the crime, is the objective of the investigation to solve the mystery or simply to stop the show?